Welcome, welcome, welcome to this week's episode of Daddy's Matter 2 Off the Cuff with your girl Brenda Brown, aka the Chocolate Child. Around here, fathers win and their opinions are key. So we have created a platform for them to come and commune and dispense some of their fatherhood wisdom. Where else would we be without their words of encouragement, enlightenment, and of course their backhands to the backside in case you do something the wrong way? It keeps a lot of people off the pole. Again, you guys, congratulations to Sauced in the City and Daddy's Matter too. We will be 24/7 live on Roku starting August 1st, 2023. So if you want to get your fatherhood fix on, or you just want to bust a stitch laughing, it's going to be super easy to join us by accessing your Roku device. Start there. Download the UBS and TV app. You're going to search Sauced in the City and you're going to be hurled into our world of fatherhood and funnies. And they both start with the same letter, so you know it's got to be true, even though it doesn't rhyme. Anywho, what we are going to do is we're going to start this off the same way that we've started off every episode, and that is with our fatherhood tribute of the week. And this week, same as last, because he stole our hearts. Talking to My Daughter by L. Dot. Here we go.
Hey, Daddy! Daddy! Hey! Hey!
Yeah, yeah. It's been a while since we talked, huh? Come and take my hand. See your smile when we walked up. Had a couple obstacles and trials I couldn't chalk up. So I changed my vision and my vibe when we sparked up. Now trust is not dependent, but it's easier to go through it. Facing all these demons in my life, I had to own to it. Boxing in the canvas, solo, had to show, prove it. Foundation built for tough, I would not lose it. Walking in this path, I swear to God, right there was very scary. Had to trust in you, and the son that came from Virgin Mary. If I could turn the hands of time before obituaries, I still would let you go. Cause this world ain't really living clearly. Children getting kidnapped by the second, couldn't witness that. If a kid from hitting came up missing, then my vision black, the end of that. I never wish to live a scene from Cinemax. Learning how to live in this world different, I'm just getting that. I'm just talking to my daughter now. Yeah. I'm just talking to my daughter now. Yeah. Yeah. I've seen you grown to be a warrior, huh? Baby gotten bigger, I salute you, little soldier, huh? Funny how you teaching daddy wisdom, now you're older, huh? Don't go pointing fingers at your poppy like I told you, huh? Took a minute, now I get it. One life that we live in, gotta live it. Breakfast never promised, now go out and get it. Watch me get it. Popeye's on lock, daddy got his spinach. Had to make my walk a little different. That's because the picture for my kittens mimic from my vision, couldn't let them live it. No more walking the path of a hoodlum, I was slowly ending, no pretending. When I say I miss your foot, I'm never kidding. I really miss your foot, I'm never kidding. But I keep on pushing for your siblings, that's why I'm still living. Glad you taught me how to keep on lifting when I'm slowly digging. I know it like there is a lesson. Every section of my blessing is a test for manifesting, yeah. I'm just talking to my daughter now. Yeah. I'm just talking to my daughter now. Yeah. Yeah. See, all I cried was pain. It was all about letting up, yeah. But see, with time comes change, yeah. Cause for my daughter, I'm not letting up, yeah. It was all about letting up, yeah. Cause for my daughter, I'm not letting up, yeah. Cause for my daughter, I'm not letting up, yeah.
Oh man, he not letting up, y'all. He not letting up, and that song touches my heart from week to week. It puts a hole in it. I'm so happy that he's decided to be a part of the show and to allow us to let or to play his music. He won earlier today, so shout out and congrats to Dot for taking the slot away from Plain Jane Girl by Norman Wood, who sat in our catalog or at the top of our chart for 3 weeks, and he pulled out the win. So now, without further ado, you guys, let me introduce you to today's Fury of Fatherhood. I don't know, I tried to make that rhyme. Good morning, afternoon, whatever it is to you, Michael Anthony Jackson, Big Country. How are you, sir?
Everything is good. How we doing, Chocolate Child? Just happy to be here. Looking forward to the conversation. Thanks, J Dot. I really L Dot. I keep saying J Dot and G Dot, but I thought it was P Dot. But I guess it's L Dot. But anyway, you know what I mean. Yeah, glad to be here. How y'all doing?
We are doing spectacular. Big Country, are you ready to take your place at the head of this fatherhood table so we can get down and dirty about what it is all about today?
We gonna make it do what it do, baby.
I love it. All right, next up, we have the father of the hour. I think I got a good shot on him so I can bring him to the camera. L. Dot, how are you, sir?
Hi, I'm doing pretty good. Actually, I'm at the emergency room with my daughter. She's in the back right now, so I'll be in and out. So I gotta, do my daddy role while I, give her information out. But how's everybody doing? You're good?
Oh my God, I'm amazing. And you are just doing everything that this show is about. You are being a full time father, and sometimes that includes that shot in the ER.
Yeah, it does. So, actually, her mom is in there currently, but she wanted me to come out here with her, so I'm just out here for, to make sure that everything goes accordingly. But I'm here. We're live. Let's get it.
Oh, I love it when a plan comes together, both health wise and show wise. So we're sending out our positive prayers, vibes, and all kinds of love to your daughter, L. Dot, and let us know how it turns out. Next up, we have
Thank you,
Brian
Booker.
Keith Walker Sr. How are you, sir? It's good to have you live on stream.
Well, I'm thankful to be here, Chocolate Child. Um, when you have a show addressing fathers to be heard, a platform for that, I'm thankful that I could join, and I'm thankful that you decided to let daddy's voices be heard.
Oh, no problem. It's actually our flagship show, and I think you guys should have a place. Thank you for joining us. I can't wait to hear your story, even though I've already heard it. I can't wait to hear more of it and let the people tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond hear some of it too. Next up, we have Mark E. White the second. Hi, Mark.
Hey, how you doing? Thank you for having me, Brenda. I appreciate it. Love the crew that's here today. I love L Dot. That song is just amazing. Thank you very much for doing that for everybody. It's a good, important message to get out there. Big Country, Brian, you guys. I mean, you guys are solid. I just give a different perspective, and I'm not saying anybody's right or wrong. It takes all of us as a team to get it right. And I'm glad to be here with y'all.
My man.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love when you guys come together and show unity. Unity is what it is all about. And for that intent and purpose, that is what this show is about. And I am going to hire myself a person or a father to sit at the head of the table. Big Country, that's you. I am about to get out of y'all's way, but I thought I would at least start you off, at least get you started off with da 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 game time. And I want you fathers to get all good, well, and get all lubricated. I know that's probably a bad word, but and I was trying not to say it, but there it is. Um, the first thing that I love to do is tell y'all about my kitchen, and it is open. So this is our first meal up. Now let me give you some background on this. Your youngest child comes to you on Father's Day and said, "Daddy, I made you breakfast for Father's Day. Big country, you trying it or trashing it?"
Man, that's some chain gang meal right there. That's some scrap that we put together when we were sitting in the child hall. I don't know where he got that. First, we got to have a conversation about that. Where you learn how to do this at, bruh, at your age. Secondly, why all this cheese? I don't need to be locked up all day long in the bathroom trying to figure out what's going on. And then you pour syrup on it, brother. Daddy loves you. Thank you. I'm going to eat it. And the minute he leaves the room, I'm going to throw it in the trash can. But other than that,
Oh gosh. Oh no. Okay, Brian Keith Walker Sr., are you
still
trying
want
it
to
or
find out about
trashing
Jeff.
it for your little one?
Uh, I'm trashing it. Is that
But
I have
your
to trash
baby
it?
came to you and said, "Daddy."
Say it again.
Oh man,
Oh heck no! I'm
let's see
trashing
if we
that.
can get. No, come on, Mark E. White. What do you say? Do we got a vote for your little one?
Well, you're saying little one now. How little are we talking? Because if it's a young one,
Your
they got that
youngest.
little look. They got that little look of, you're your hero and you're feeding them. You're gonna have to eat it, man. You got to eat it. You can't break their heart. They put their time and effort into it. But just like Big Country said, the second you can, yeah, ooh, Daddy ate it real good. Or you have a dog. Let that dog have it.
Always good. L. Dot, what say you? Your youngest come to you with the big puppy eyes and say, "Daddy, I made this for you for your birthday. Are you trying
So,
it or trashing it?"
so I'm laughing because even though my daughter's not feeling well, she actually did that this morning. So she made, so she made sausage, eggs, waffles, cheese, and syrup. And she's like, "Dad, I made you breakfast." I'm like, "Baby, you don't feel good. So why you fixing me food?" And she's like, "I just want to make sure you eat." So when she said that, I was like, "All right, okay." So I started eating it. And then as soon as she left, like Big Country said, the bathroom's right there. So I just flushed it. And it's just-
Oh no, you guys are terrible. Oh no, look at how they doing the babies. All right, Big Country, here's our next item up for bid. Again, your little one comes to you with the big brown eyes and said, "Daddy, I made this for you because I wanted to make sure you eat. You trying it or trashing it?"
Baby, Daddy is so proud of you. But Daddy had a surprise for you. I was going to take you to Waffle House this morning. Come on. We'll put this in the refrigerator, eat it later. Come on, let's go down here to Waffle House so you can get your favorite blueberry waffles. Come on, baby, get in the car. Let's go. I ain't eating that shit. That's suspect. That's suspect. That's some stuff that child does up in his bedroom.
I like it. Blackmail. Blackmail is definitely the way to go. Brian Keith Walker Sr., your baby comes to you with them big old eyes. Are you trying it or trashing it?
I'm trashing it, but she won't know it. I talk to her, appreciate her efforts, and I'm trashing it. As soon as she turn her back, turning it. I'm serious. I can't do it because she'll see Daddy in the hospital with a stomach ache. She'd rather see me smiling and think I ate it. I ain't lying to her. I'm just sharing with her. I appreciate her efforts, but
Oh,
no.
he's not lying, but he's gonna go with that definite throw it in the trash when they ain't looking. How about you, Mark E. White the second? Are you going with the side trash, or are you gonna try to get down at least a spoonful?
You have to put the spoonful because I don't even know what the hell it is. But you're gonna. I don't know. I have to try it because again, I'm just a sucker for when they think they've done something great. But that looks horrible. Again, keep the dog around. When they ain't looking, you hugging them, just hold it under
Oh
the
my,
table. Oh, that looks
oh
horrible.
my gosh, you guys are terrible. Poor kids. All right. Well, that is the end of game time. Just to let the fathers get a little bit lubed up. And I know that sounds so bad. I'm going to have to pick another choice of words. But anywho, it is easy for you guys to join us on Roku. Starting August 1st, we will be live 24/7 on Roku, where you can see your favorite episodes of Sauced in the City and some other stuff 24 hours a day, 7 days a week by accessing your Roku device, downloading the UBSN TV app, and searching Sauced in the City. Oh, did I wait? He actually put it in the thing. He said he got skipped. I didn't see your face. That's why. But I do want to know now, but I got something different for you, L. Dot. Now your baby come
Okay.
out the hospital and she finally, this is what she could muster up some energy to cook for y'all. Are you gonna look at your baby and try it or trash it?
So I'm gonna say, baby, we just left the hospital, because of upset stomach. I don't know what's in there, and I don't want to go back. So let's try something that looks reasonable.
He said that looks reasonable. Okay. Well, there you have it, the end of game time. Michael Anthony Jackson. It is time for you to do your worst or your best and get it cracking because we are looking at the other side of the coin. And I am a mom, so I never really know what that is. But in the green room, you guys were talking, and I took down some notes. So I'm gonna let you lead us through them. Let's go.
Well, all righty then. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Brenda. Before we get started, by refusing to bend on our values, we become unbreakable, solid and stable, courageous and certain, men and women of valor, worth, and character. Let us build a life we are proud of. So, how's everybody doing this evening? What's up, fellas? How y'all doing today, man?
Man, what's cracking?
We're
Another
good.
day, right? Mark, tell me
Yeah.
something. Tell me something. Tell me something to make me smile right quick.
For a man, just remember, man, we are the heroes to all those children, brother. You are the hero.
That's what I'm talking about. L. Dot, something make me smile.
Something that'll make you smile. Okay, we're not us as parents, regardless if it's fathers or mothers. We don't have an actual class to get the information that we need. It comes together as a village for us to understand how parenting works.
Sucking now. And Mr. Brian Keith Walker Sr. I'm kind of upset because you got Mr. White the second, Mr. Brian the senior. I think I'm gonna be the fifth to the fifth power. But anyway, give me something make me smile, Mr. Brian.
Hey, you woke up this morning and God loved you, Doc. That's all I got to say. Is we gonna do it right by fathers, man, and dads, man. We've been underlooked and underclassed because the head of the household used to be the male, and we've been bashed on now. We're just just another person in the world instead of a leading male. So I want to make you smile by saying you're a strong leading male, big country. Appreciate you.
Oh, look at here. There go my head. Look at that. You see it, Mark? You see it growing? You see it growing, Mark? It's going to blow the room up. Look at that. So as we were talking earlier, Brenda, in her infinite wisdom, was taking down notes and stuff pertaining to what we was talking about. And she came up with several questions. And we're going to get into those questions the minute I can get them. I think it'll pop up here any second now. But we're going to get into them questions. Here we go. So the first one was one of the ones I brought up when I'd asked, is it good for the kids to bring what's done in the dark to the light? Now, let's keep it in perspective. Let's not go way out yonder somewhere. So, L. Dot, tell me about that. What do you think? Is it good for the kids to bring what's done in the dark to the light?
I mean, yes, because of the simple fact that's them standing in the truth regardless. So I totally agree with it.
Okay. How about you, Mark?
Absolutely. You got to hear their point of view, and they're generally more truthful than the adult.
Mr. Brian.
I think everybody should be heard. So yeah, because
So
what
we
they
did
the
have
dog
that
will
back
come
in
to
the
the
day.
light.
We did have that thing back in the day. What's done in this house stays in this house. Don't you be out there talking to them folks. Then they switched it up with the 411. Is mommy and daddy doing anything at home that you think is wrong? They're not in no trouble. You can go ahead and tell us. We're going to help you. Now, that could be a double-edged sword. But, of course, I agree. Children should be heard at all times, especially in the courtroom when we're talking about custody battles, when we're talking about what this parent done and what that parent done. I still believe that judge should be able to take those children to the side and ask them questions to get the answers that they're seeking. So let me ask you this. If that child said something that was in the dark came to light and it was a negative reflection upon you, would you still have that same ideology? Eldot.
I actually would, just for the simple fact that tells me that I need to grow as a human being because of the simple fact she sees something that I should have been told. You know what I mean? So I still got to take that responsibility.
Okay. Mr. Bryant?
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to stand on principles. So are you, when you ask that question, the dark come to the light, are you saying in the court fashion for being heard as a child in court, or what aspect are you saying dark to light?
Any aspect, brother. When our children walk out that front door and they start talking about what's going on in that house.
Oh, no. I'm going back to what you said earlier. I misunderstood the question.
Okay. All right. So we want to appreciate everybody that's tuning in right now. So, Mark, you still feel the same way?
I do feel the same way because, and again, the strongest dissenter to it is going to be somebody that's obviously hiding something. So everybody's got to be in tune to see what's going on. But yet, if you're there fighting their voice, then that's obviously gives me more opportunity to think that that's something going wrong in that direction. So
Cool.
gives you more weight.
I think that what the young brother said. Yeah, Brian, go ahead.
I was just sharing. When you asked that question in the beginning, I'm all for the child being heard and being heard, you know what I mean, as far as court-wise and things of that nature going in the home. But just walking out the door and randomly talking what's going on in the home out in public, I don't believe in that because there's just certain things. Unless something negative is going on, yeah. But just talking about your life and what's going on in the house, and then everybody.
We're not talking about that. No, you're right. We're not talking about that. We're talking about anything that's like done in the dark that needs to become to the light. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. I'm for all that. Yeah. Children speaking up, they're under pressure, they can't talk to their parents, and something negative going on. Yeah. I'm all for that 100%. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, because like I was saying earlier, we had that stigmatism from back in the day that what's done in this house stays in this house. And if we think about that, how many cases of SA were done to children and they kept it under the hat? How many of us are in therapy for said essays and said behaviors because nobody wanted to speak about what Uncle Billy was doing? Nobody wanted to speak about
things of that nature.
Charles was doing and so on and so forth. So when it comes to when we talk about us as fathers and we're standing in a courtroom and we're trying to have that visitation and we're trying to have that custody, those things, I believe they need to be said. I
would hope that my child would come to me first so I can take care of any issues. My job is to protect my child. So if anything negative going on, I would like her to respond to me and let me handle it and take care of it to the fullest. Ain't nobody gonna do better than me.
Now, Mr. Brian, we are about peace.
We're about peace.
We're not digging no holes in the backyard. And
I won't. You said peace. I'm gonna bump them in pieces. That's what we were there. You said peace.
Well, I mean, either way, kind of to carry out what you guys are saying, when we teach kids or we give them the outlook of holding in their truth, you're building a bridge to keep them lying in the future. So they'll never know how to stand on their own truth. So.
Right, but I'm just saying I would like them to have a relationship with my child. They can talk to me about anything, and if they needed help or felt anything of that nature, somebody touching them or doing anything negative that's dark, that they would come to me. That's what I'm saying. I would like a relationship where they come to me.
I agree with that.
Anything like that.
I agree with that.
So, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. I like those points. Let me ask you this. How is child support enforced, and is this fair? Now, we've all discussed this at different opportunities, and I know Mark has a group that he heads up down there in Egypt where he lives at. And, I know LDOT talks about it because LDOT's going through a lot of it right now. So what do you think about it, Mark?
As enforced, I grew up in a whole different world. My mom had to chase my father around. It was just one of those guys that kind of just dropped some sperm, left her high and dry with 3 kids. But state to state to state, back in the day, 70s and 80s, it really wasn't enforced. There was no cancellation on your driver's license, no cancellation on your job. Trying to chase him around and find out how to get the, the checks so he could at least have some kind of money being sent back. We just happened to, in Brian's case, we just happened to get a really good stepfather step in, and he took care of us like we were his own children. But I think, honestly, it's ridiculous to take their licenses away. It's ridiculous to put them in jail. You can't make the money. You can't be there for them physically for the support when you're locked up. And you're not learning how to be more of a dad. You're just building more resentment when you're locked up. So I think it's a double-edged sword again, not to beat that, saying to an end, but you shouldn't put them in jail. You really need to work with them.
Thank you. LDOT, what do you think about it, brother?
I totally agree with Mark, just for the simple fact that all it is doing a major setback for anybody that's in that situation to live. They're going to have to piggyback every time once they go to jail and come back to try to find their new life so they can catch up on what you're asking for. So I don't agree with child support the way that the system is. Me personally, if it needs to happen, it should be revamped and balanced out so that way both parties can still be a parent and pay their dues or whatever the case may be instead of taking them to jail.
Thank you. How about you, Mr. Brian? What do you think about it?
Well, my opinion is similar to what Mark was saying, is that I believe in child support for those that don't want to take care of their children. But I don't think child support should be the first thing a mother should do to the system without having a relationship with the other parent that let them establish support. But if they do have to take licenses, things of that nature, and go to jail, I think that should be the last extent for like a person that doesn't ever take care of the child. You know what I mean? Right. Consequences. It shouldn't be the computer generated type of thing for 1 or 2 payments, things of that nature. I think that's drastic and it's wrong.
And I agree with each and every one of you. For everybody out there watching, think about it like this. You have a young man who's really trying, and you just don't like him. Y'all don't get along for nothing. There's nothing you can even talk about. You see each other and you want to pull guns. But the fact of the matter is you lay down and you had a child together. Now, you need help with that child, and we understand that. But by eliminating that father out of that child's life because of financial situations, is that the proper way to do it? Then when you do bring the man in the middle, you have all kind of consequences to deal with. So is that fair to the child? We're not talking about what's fair to the parent, because we've got men and women on child support who are going to jail, license revoked, property liens, garnishment of wages, and they're living in their cars, and they still can't see their children. So why are we not doing something to bring about a fair exchange, so to speak? So, yeah, I really like what each and every one of you said tonight. When we think about child support enforcement, that's the part that really kicks my cookies. Enforcement. And don't get me wrong, I know we got folks out there who will duck and dodge and slip and slide. But for all the other brothers and sisters who are really trying, let's give them a leg up. Let's not beat them down. My papa always said you get more with honey than you do with vinegar. Always. Mark, given the opportunity. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Stay-at-home dads. Sucky now. You's a kept man. Is that the new thing now? Is that the new black? The stay-at-home dad, is that the new black, Mark?
Yes, it is, man. No, it's not new black. It's just a new thing. Look, I go back in the day. I grew up in Seneca Falls, New York. Women's suffrage act, Elizabeth, Katie Stanton, all them. Women had the hardest job on the planet. That is to raise those kids. The dad was supposed to be out breaking his back, earning that dime so they could survive. He was the discipline. The women wanted to compete with those men on the workforce. They wanted to be airline pilots, and they wanted to be soldiers. They wanted to come out. I'm a woman, hear me roar. We went ahead and changed the job. We had about 100% job market, all men back in the day. Now we competed with our own very women, and we broke up the household of the nuclear family. You got two adults having to go to work now because they're competing. Wages are lower because you had a woman coming in, and for the longest time, women are getting paid less than the men. So I know it sets back a whole bunch of, hey, we came a long way, baby. But those women don't understand they gave up their greatest and most important job on the planet, and that was rearing and raising those children and supporting that husband to be out there earning that wage. Once they started competing with us, then it became backwards. And now we have men that don't even make nearly as much as the women, and they sit at home. And that's just the way the world's coming. Women are being stronger. We're listening to them. You look at the pride of the lion, right? It's the ladies that get out there and go get that meat. Lion just sits back and watches it all. He just protects everybody.
Brian, what say you, baby boy?
Me?
Yeah, what say you?
All right, yeah. I agree with what Mark was saying, the way the world changes and things of that nature, because I believe God is first. That's just my opinion. And God is with knowledge and word. So if you have an alignment with the Lord and he grants you with spirit and knowledge to lead your family, it ain't about, because listen, the curse was by the sweat of your brow to get your meat. So John 1 was to hear the word and become a power to be son and daughter. So I'm just on that aspect. So in that aspect, I'm led to either be at home or be what I need to be to get the job done. But really what protects my home is the knowledge, not the income. So it could be like you look at nature, like Mark was saying, where the male is at home, things are done a little bit better. Because you remember, I don't know who got it backwards, but women was cooking and men wasn't. They were just working, not even being with their children as much. Barely change the diaper back in those days. But now you can take care of your home. All right.
Okay. So, off the cuff, the other side of the coin. So look, man, each and every one of you, man, when we talk about stay-at-home dads, right now, hold on, I see the screen.
Uh-oh. Y'all see the screen. Okay, I'm just coming in, producer of the hour, producer notes. That doesn't mean to stop talking. That simply just means that I am branding the show so that the people tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond can know what the heck it is that they are tuning into. So that leads up to a station break. You guys are tuning in to Daddy's Matter 2 Off the Cuff with your girl Brenda Brown, aka the Chocolate Child, soon to be replaced by Michael Anthony Jackson, aka Big Country. I'm gonna try to get that updated. But if you guys want to tune in to us safely in your living room in your big old chair, you guys, it's easy to join us on Roku. You access your Roku device, you download the UBS and TV app, and you search Sauce in the City, and you will be able to tune in with us for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, starting August 1st. Now, back to you, Big Country. And actually, Brian was talking. So that's not a cutoff. That's just me branding the show. Let her rip.
Thank you so much, Chocolate Child. So I was just sharing is that like Mark was saying about the lion being at home to protect, because you protect your home in so many different ways. And then I cook now more too. I used to be a man. I grew up, right? Became a man that grilled. You know, you you know how the man do. I grill, baby. I got it on the patio. You know, she's drinking wine. She made the side dishes. I grew up in that family. Head of the household, dude. Got it? Two Rockwallers, BMWs back in the day. Now I do the cooking, man. I pray over the food. I do it like mom and them did. You know what I mean? I make look for the last 10 years, well, actually 20 years. I've been making all the Thanksgiving dinners, Christmas dinners, turkeys, and the ham. You know what I mean? So I would say the man can stay home and spiritually pray over his food and take care of his family without looking like money runs the household and the woman come home. I don't know if y'all remember that movie Hustle and Flow, where she tell him, I make the money. He put her outside on the doorstep. Anyway, it ain't the money, Doc. It's the knowledge in the game. That's what I would want to get back to.
All right. So, L. Dot, do you think the stay-at-home dad is the new black or what?
I wouldn't necessarily say it's a new trend, but I will honestly say that it's actually a good thing. Reason being is because, for one, it makes fathers become fathers more. You have no option at this point. you're in the fort with your kids, and you have to be that father figure or that father in the house. Secondly, and this is a deeper aspect. If let's say there's a father, he works this, that, and the third, and he winds up injuring himself to where he has to be a stay-at-home dad. Does that make him less of a parent? That doesn't. It's the simple fact that he has to take care of his kids and his family, regardless of the fact of what condition he's in.
Cool. So let me say it like this. Stay at home dad is a beautiful thing. I got nothing against it. I'm down for it. If you're able to do it, I want you to do it. I would prefer that you do it. What we have now in our society is the majority of women make 2 times more than a lot of men. It's just the way it is. They're better educated because the majority of women stay in school. They graduate college. It's not like it was back in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. Now women are educating themselves. They're not, they're starting businesses. She can make that 6 figures. The majority of men have always come into some type of crap. We started a trade right out of high school. We didn't go to college. So that business fell apart. We're making less than. So it becomes economically sound for that man to sit at home. And it gives him a better position. Because if he's at home now, he knows what's coming in and out of his door. He knows what his children are learning. He is able to be there. And he's still being able to be the husband to the woman that's there. Now, a lot of us ain't like Brian, who is raising the children by himself. And that's a beautiful thing within itself. So let's not look at stay-at-home dads as deadbeats or whatever it is, what is slackers. It's a beautiful thing. Roles are reversed. That's who we are. We need to ride with it, man. Make the best of it. Be the best at it that you can be. Don't look at it like you less than because you're staying home with your children. Yeah, Brian.
I would like to say I'd rather see dads at home with their children than them being in child care. You know, a lot of women go to work and they can find child care. There's a lot of money in the child care. And that money can be saved with a dad being at home, being responsible for his children.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Those type of roles.
What you say, Mark?
Yeah, it's not just that too. When you're in child care, you're giving up what you're teaching your child. You know, you're subject to what those people are teaching your child. You know, they may smile at you, they're taking your money, but it doesn't mean y'all align in your thought processes and your beliefs, you know, and that's the danger of child care, man. That's the danger of child care. I'm a proponent of one parent stay at home with their children at all time. Don't give that right up to someone else.
Eldot.
And to add to that, the minute that you give that right up to childcare, the minute that they have any type of way to manipulate your child's development.
So all y'all out there listening to us tonight, you heard it straight from the dads. You heard it straight from the dads, the child care. Hey, do what you do, brothers. Do what you do. Make it happen. Be the best at it that you can be. If you have that opportunity to be home with your child, take it. And that doesn't mean sit there and play the video game, drink the 40s with the fellas. That don't mean that. That means educate your child, encourage your child, love your child. It's just that simple. So we got a beautiful thing here. Now I want to ask you about this. Putting dads in jail due to non-support, is this helpful or hurtful? Putting dads in jail due to non-support, is this helpful or hurtful? And also, even though we've got a lot of dads on child support, we have a lot of mothers on child support as well. So putting dads and our mothers in jail due to non-support, is this helpful or hurtful? What say y'all? What say y'all? Eldot.
I was already ready for it. It's not helpful. If the only way that it would be helpful is if they were incarcerated, then the child support gets reset because it's compensated for the time that you spent in jail. But that's not what's happening. What is happening is you're sending them to jail and they still got to pay that. That's a backstep because you're going to add more the longer they're in jail. You know, so it's actually hurting.
Brian?
Like I said, it's a slippery slope on paper. On paper, sounds good, but in reality, in real life, it's not good. I can only see a person going to jail if they haven't paid any child support over a year's time, 2 years' time, like they're dead, like never doing it. I can see the last resort. But just to put somebody in jail because they are behind a little bit and things of that nature because hardships in life, if somebody's actually relationship with their child, paying for their child, and I think also, too, if you picked up your child 50% of the time, there is no child support. A lot of that child support is stuck on a man because he never goes over and picks up the child, or he does it half of 50. But if you go into court and you're able to be responsible for your child and speak up for yourself, I believe, now I ain't never got to go through it because I've been there for my children. I'm not knocking nobody. But I've seen men destroyed, my friends destroyed behind child support. But I didn't know that. But I know now, if you go into court and you speak up and you want 50% of your child and you fight for that, there's no child support. You take care of your child, she take care of it too. 50-50.
Mark?
So if you ain't got it 50-50, there's a problem.
Exactly. So, Mark, what do you think?
No, it shouldn't even be asked. It's not helpful in any way, shape, or form. And the other caveat to that is a lot of these guys that are getting locked up, they came out of the same system. They watched their same fathers gone. They didn't grow up with their fathers, and they're just repeating the same cycle that they've always seen. So instead of a lockup or some kind of do it like a day center where you go in and you learn how to be a father. You learn values. You learn things about being a man. You know, you hear from your other elders. You hear from the people in the community. But the other worst part of this is now that you got a jail, you know, you got something on your record. You're coming in now. You're kind of trying to come out of jail, find a job. You know, as an employer, I'm like, well, obviously you weren't going to take care of your own kids. Why are you going to take care of me? I'm going to have to go with the guy that wasn't in jail. It's just going to make it harder for them to find something that they can produce a positive paycheck and make those payments.
So the one thing that I love about what I do is in social services and holistic counseling and peer support is one of the men's group that I get involved in is teaching life skills to young brothers, especially young brothers with children. Like you said, Mark, a lot of the brothers, they weren't raised with a father, so they don't have that guidepost. They don't have that. I think it was Eldot that said it earlier.
Yes.
When you came along, nobody gave you a playbook. No, they said, here's a baby, now get out. All right. So now it's like, if you didn't listen to mama or grandmama, you don't know what you're doing. You playing it by ear. So when you take this young man and you start teaching him how to be that young man, how to be that father, it makes it easier for him to see, okay, I've got to take this responsibility and I've got to do my business. Why you think I'm so hung up on Eldot? You know, this young man is doing
the right thing.
He's doing everything he can to make sure that he's there in that football team of children he got in their lives, you know? So that's a beautiful thing because a lot of brothers run at the sight of one. I was one of them. You know, I wasn't in my children's lives. I was too busy trapping. Ain't that what you said, Eldot? I was trapping. So putting a dad in jail or a mother in jail because of non-child support, like Brian said, if it's a year, yeah, I can see that. That means we've exhausted everything that we can to help. But if you're behind 1 month, 2 months, no. That's like Eldot said, that's a setback. You know, Mark said it best, and when he said last week when he was telling us about the young man who's a truck driver, and they snatched his license, and he's way out across country, and he can't. What's he going to do? He's stuck. What is he going to do? So we need to have more conversations with a supportive foundation to help brothers understand where they are and how they can maneuver this and navigate this in a positive way. And that's what we're talking about here today at Daddy's Matters Too, is helping fathers find a direction that's going to allow them to see things the right way. Should the courts put more power in the words of the child? A lot of times I can remember back when I was a kid that when you went into divorce court or whatever it was, custody battles, the judge actually spoke with the children, took them to the side and had a conversation with them. Now I don't even see that happen anymore. Is that a thing? Should the courts put more power in the words of the child? Or have we gotten to the point where our children, with so much social media access, will say anything to get what they want? So, Mark, should the courts put more power in the words of the child?
Yes, they should. And maybe not power, but they got to listen to those kids. And you got to be able to, you know, maybe dad was the guy giving the whipping, so they want to be with mom. But you got to have somebody, not just the judge. You have to have them away from the parents. You have to have them, you know, completely away from everything in that proceeding. And then someone needs to speak to them solely, especially if someone's told them to lie or, hey, don't mention this. But the courts need to weigh. It has to weigh in because they got to know what's going on. But you know, they have to know. I don't want to take us off into a different angle, but yes, they have to know.
All right, Brian, what do you think, buddy?
Well, I'm listening to situations now I'm going through. I have a child here that's been through it. She hasn't seen her mom since she was 5. And we used to take care of her when she was like 2 and 3 and 4. But she's here now at 14. And I believe that the children should be heard in a sense. Yeah, more power to the children, especially about where they want to be and be placed. So I think they do listen to the children. I don't know if they have power or not, but I know that when it's time to address certain things, they ask the child what they want to do. But I'm not sure how that works. I haven't been in that system.
Okay.
But I am working with a child that's 14 that needed help, and that's where we're at.
All right. L. Dot.
So the way I'm gonna say this is gonna make a lot more sense. I feel like children should their voices should be heard as adults in the courtroom because they don't have courtrooms for a child's place. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, look at it like this, man. So many children get jagged up, for lack of a better term. They get jagged up. The parents get to fighting about who's going to do this and who's going to do that. What's the motivator behind the fighting? You know, you've got a relationship and everything was good and kosher and cool, and then everything went south. Now, why are we fighting? You don't want me, I don't want you, or you want me, I don't want you, or vice versa. What does a child have to do with that? Eldot, what does a child have to do with that?
Absolutely nothing. No, the only thing is that the child has to deal with that is that you two have to come to some type of ground in order to raise it because that is the one that splits you two.
Mark?
When you're fighting like that, you got to remember the child is going to remember you're imprinting everything into them. This is how they're going to roll their relationships when they get older. This is what this is your blueprint for what you're setting them up for. So if you got to argue in front of them, my wife and I, we argued a lot, and I feel really bad that we did that in front of our daughter. But yeah, you just got to make sure that you have a valid reason for some of the arguments, but never in front of the child. You should never try to do that in front of the child.
Brian, what do you think? I know you've been raising your children by yourself, but what do you think when it comes to that? When you decide you're going one way, she's going one way, why is the children already placed in the middle?
Well, I went through that, but like I said, I can't really address those issues, but I would wish that the child wasn't. All I can do is what I know in my lifetime, that when my mother, my children gave me my son at 4 months, it was established when we talked. She said, "You're a good man, I give you a son." But I wanted to be made, like married, But she gave me my son at 4 months. So I'm just sharing is that, and he's 30 something now. He's 30 now, and he's got married, and I officiated his wedding, and he got married the right way. They paid for the wedding. You know what I mean? It was a beautiful wedding. I'm just sharing that my daughter. This is for my daughter now, Cherry. She drew this picture, if y'all can see
it. That's beautiful.
And then as she got older, she went to do art. Now she redid it. But it's with Daddy's logo of the company on his shirt,
Okay.
So my point is to share the children should never be a weapon, but you can't expect people to know that if they're not, you know what I mean? If they don't know better, they can't do better. That's all I'm saying.
All right. I'll go for that. I
believe never be the weapon, but it becomes that depends on who's having it and why they're arguing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And I believe that in our community, what has happened over the time is we have become the infighting situation where when it comes to children, everybody wants something. Everybody's got an agenda. And it's never what's best. If you look at it and you find that household where you see co-parenting going on, where you see mom and dad are best friends and dad is best friends with the new husband and the new boyfriend or whatever it may be, that 9 times out of 10, them children are getting the love and appreciation and the encouragement they deserve. You got to remember one thing in this whole ordeal when we talk about daddies and mothers and children and support, that child didn't ask to be here, man. He ain't had no say in this game. That was you, and that was her. He ain't had no say in this game. So be mindful of that as we traverse this plane every day trying to figure out how we're going to do A, B, C, and D. Think about this. What is benefiting the child? Because if you're getting $300 every week from this child, for this child, and that child don't see nan dime of it, what is the child support for? What is it for? Ain't that what it's supposed to be for the child?
I mean, it's child support. So
Ooh,
technically, yes.
it is sounding like it is getting it sound like it's getting deep in here and I am digging it. Um, boy, ladies, y'all better watch out. Once these fellas wake up and catch a clue, it is going to be all a whole new world. And we hope that we are doing our part here at Daddy's Matter too. Michael Anthony Jackson, brilliant dissertation of the Fatherhood Forum. And I think we just gonna do that every week. I like it. What do you think?
I think it went well. I love the conversation the brothers are able to have. They're coming with the transparency and with the knowledge. And like they were saying, they just want to help and they just want to be a part of something that's going to allow other individuals to navigate this process in a positive manner instead of everybody being beat down on every corner. We can't win if we get knocked back, like L. Dot said. How can I win if every time I turn around, you knock me back 20 steps and expecting me to rebuild that? So I think it's going to be a beautiful thing, Brenda. I really do, Chocolate Child. I really do. And I'm out of coffee. We having technical difficulties.
What's that?
Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm good. So we can keep it rolling.
yeah, I think she lost signal.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he was hearing me because I think I was in backstage when when start cutting out. But what I was saying was I agree with what you're saying. Um, that this platform is needed just for the simple fact that with these times that we're in now, majority of fathers are lost being a father. Um, when I was a kid, I used to watch, my uncles, grandfathers and stuff. They would sit around a table and talk amongst men about fatherhood. That doesn't happen anymore. So it's getting to a point now, just like you said earlier. It's just you have a kid, here, go be a parent. Not the slightest clue. That's like giving somebody a rocket ship and tell them to go fly it. It's impossible. It's not gonna happen. So us amongst, with these type of platforms and to disseminate information towards other fathers and mothers at this point that's listening that don't know how to approach fathers, this is the type of platform that's needed for it to actually grow further.
And you're exactly right. What you saying, Mark?
I was just going to say, before my stepfather came in, we were called latchkey kids back in the day. We're getting off buses. We got our key. We open up the house. We bring the brothers back in. We're cooking the meals. Mom's got 2 jobs. Dad's not helping out. So now we had nobody but big brother to try to raise, the other 2. And you try to do the right thing. And, that's the game plan. I knew when my wife told me she was pregnant that wasn't going to happen. I wasn't going to do the same thing because I heard the fighting, physical to verbal. I heard all of that. And I just knew that that's not what we were going to do. And then when he left us for whatever we were told at that time, it isn't there. But there's nothing positive. If you ever listen to our conversation, everything's negative. Everything's negative. We got to find a way to lift it up, right? And that's where we got to go. We got to look for the positives. It's easy to focus in on those negatives, but like you said earlier, how do we fix it? Where are our potential to get it better? And that's what we got to work on with these young men.
That's exactly right. Brian, we're getting ready to get out of here, y'all. We're down at last minutes. We're getting ready to get out of here. So do me a favor, Brian.
No, we're not. I couldn't talk. No,
Look who's
We're not done.
I couldn't talk. It had me on a gag order. It was like I am sticking up for every man in the world. It put a gag on my face. I was over here struggling. The cords of my headphones was wrapped around my legs. It was like, shut up, let them talk, shut up. I was like, no, I gotta finish the show. So no, we are not out of here because we are playing this game called Take a Hit. Now, if you can hear the sound of my voice, put your finger on your nose. Yay! It's working. Okay, so Take a Hint is our brand new game. We played it this morning. It was super fun. And now I'm going to see if our dads cannot take this game and spin it into some fatherhood fun. Pay attention, you guys, tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond. This is a great way to talk to your children. So, first up, we are going to make teams. Since we have an equal number of dads, we'll have two on one team and 2 on the other. We're going to put Big Country and Brian Keith Walker Sr. on one team and Mark E. White the second and L. Dot on the second team. One will be the hint giver. The other one will be the hint guesser. Whoever can get the most hints correct in 3 minutes wins. Everybody understand? Put your finger on your nose if you understand the name of the game. Cool. The topic today is fatherhood. Okay. So we're going to keep it in the vein of this show. Our first, I'm going to be fair. So I'm thinking of a number in my head to see who goes first. I am thinking of a number in my head on a scale of 1 to 10. Michael Anthony Jackson, which one am I thinking about?
Thinking about 6.
Okay, Brian Keith Walker Sr., what number am I thinking about?
4.
L. Dot, what number am I thinking about?
3.
Marky White, what number am I thinking about?
3. That's what you were thinking about earlier. I'll say 2, but it's 3.
Yeah. Actually, the number is 4 because it
Oh,
is 4:31 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here in Las Vegas, Nevada, while we are on the screen of Daddy's Matter 2. So Brian Keith Walker Sr. takes it home for their team. You and Mark E. White will be going first or second. Oh, wait. No,
You changed
sorry.
teams
You
again.
and
We
Michael
were
Anthony. I know. I understand. I got it. Let me figure it out. All right. Brian and Big Country. Are you guys going first or second?
What do you want to do, Big Country? We go number one always. We won.
All right, you two. The clock is set for 3 minutes, and the topic is babies. Who's going to be the hint giver and who's going to be the hint taker?
your choice, Brian.
I'll be the hint giver.
Let's do
All
this.
right, 3 minutes on the clock. Let's go.
Okay. It's it's yellow.
Doo doo.
You get mad when you
Wait,
get it.
hold on. Sorry. Hold on, fellas. Sorry. Have to reset. This is a new game. So because my computer is lagging, you have to put your finger on your nose and yell out correct if your partner gets it correct. If you do not put your finger on your nose and yell out correct, it does not count. Clock started back over. 3 minutes on the clock. Topic is babies.
Okay. It's blue. I have to go.
Blue, blue, blue.
It's they don't like it. You
Oh,
need to use it.
the potty
It comes in when they sick.
comes in when they sit. Comes in when they sit.
And you have to use it. Sometimes you can use it for the ears.
Oh, the thermostat, the thermometer. Yeah, the
No.
temperature.
It's
No,
blue.
it's blue for a
You
baby.
use it for their nose.
Oh, that suction thing. That
Correct.
yeah.
Okay, another one. It's it's green.
Snot.
it's it's green and it's used for helping the child learn.
Oh, the tablet, the frog, leapfrog.
Correct. Okay, one more. It's different colors. It's a liquid.
Oh, Similac.
No, it's needed though. After Similac is needed for the child because they have
Electrolytes. Pedialyte.
correct. Right. Some people use it. It helps the child calm down when they're fresh born. They want to suck on it all the time.
Pacifier. Pacifier. The
Correct.
pacifier.
Correct. The 3 minutes there, we can keep going.
Yeah.
We got 3 minutes, right? Okay. It's white,
Diapers.
and you throw them away
Diapers.
when they use them.
Diapers.
Correct.
You on a roll, baby.
Get another one in. Okay, you use it. It's white. Sometimes it has lines on it, different colors. You put it over you like a napkin. You use it after you feed the baby.
A bib. A bib.
No. But
Blanket.
it's used like a bib sometimes. But you use it after you feed the baby.
The wipes. The towel wipe. That little.
No, but you
No?
use it like a wipe, but for yourself so it don't get on your shirt.
Oh, they got an apron.
Sort of like that, but it's for the baby so he don't mess you up after you feed him.
Oh, the towel. The what's it called? It's the towel. It's the wet rag. It's the drip rag. It's that thing that catches all the boo boo and the poo poo and the throw ups. You know,
I
that
was
thing right there, you throw it over there like that, and you.
I want to do it, but yeah. What is it? I can't do it.
Time.
All right.
Time. You guys got 5 on the clock. That is respectable. That's respectable with the lag of the internet and all of that. So very, very good. And so your competitors have a hard job to beat that whole 5. All right, competitors, are you guys ready to take on team 1 in the baby category? Because I'm going to put y'all head to head. This seems fun, and we have limited amount of people.
You ready, Mark?
Is
I'm ready.
baby.
What's easier for you? You driving? You want to give the hints, or you want me to just throw a hint at you?
I can guess. I can guess. I got a little sidekick. I got some help, so she feels better now.
Good. There you go. Maybe help get some of these answers.
Congratulations. I'm glad you feel better, baby. All right. The clock is set. 3 minutes on the clock. Hitching.
Hints? I don't see my hints.
Yeah.
You got the hint? I don't got the hint.
I don't got the hint. What's the hint? I think it's babies.
Babies?
So I think you're supposed to guess.
The topic is babies.
Yep.
You are the hint giver, L. Dot. You are the hint catcher, Mark E. White. Okay. It can be anything you can think of. You give the hints, he catches the hints. I thought that was pretty easy. Clock is set. Go.
I need a hint, Mark.
No, you give me the hint. You're the thrower. I'm the catcher.
Okay, I'll be the thrower in this one. So they're small, and you hang them over your
crib,
your rearview mirror. You hang them over your rearview mirror. They're small. You hang.
All the baby booties.
Yep, there you go. Boom, boom. All right. So kids eat this, but if an adult eats it, it's nasty.
Baby food.
Boom. There you go. So, when a child feels real sick and you touch them and they're real hot, you use this to get an accurate number.
Thermometer or temperature.
Yeah, you said it. Thermometer. All right. Let's see. When you're grooming your baby's hair, you use what? Oh God, that's yours.
A brush.
There we go. So when you don't put full clothes on a kid when they're real young, so they normally wear something that has buttons on the bottom, but it looks like a regular shirt.
Onesie.
There you go. Boom. All right.
Correct.
Let's see. Correct. Give me some, baby. Give me some. Give me.
Babies get hungry. They drink something white.
But okay. When babies get real hungry and they can't drink, they can't drink what we drink, but it gives them the nutrition when you make it with powder.
The formula. Baby formula.
Boom. There you go. Hey, what else? What did I do to you? Let's see. So when they go to sleep, they can't go to sleep in your bed. So what do you put them in? It's something with it has wheels, so you can take them from one place to another. But it has no, you're close. But it's for nighttime.
The bassinet.
Boom. There we go. Boom. So we're on that. Come on, kid, help. You already said stroller, so I can't use that. Oh, okay. So when you travel,
time.
they don't see
time. time. And just so you guys are out there who are just now tuning in, we are taking the game called, or we are playing the game called Take a Hint. Team number one came out strong with five. Team number two stumbled through and made it through with seven. However, only one of those counted because you have to put your finger on your nose and yell out the word correct. Boom is definitely a good one.
That's two technicalities. That's
Boom
two
is definitely.
technicalities.
Oh,
Mark was sitting there. Mark was
but
sitting there talking about tap your
all
nose,
is
tap your nose.
I seen him tap his nose. He didn't say correct. I was like, oh, I got him.
I thought you were going to put a
all
hint.
is not lost though, because we are going to put these fathers on different teams, and we are going to take one more to the nugget to see if we can't come out with a clear cut winner. No cheating now. So take that as the warm up round, right? We just warmed up. So now y'all know what to do. Somebody has to be the hint giver and somebody has to be the hint taker. All right, we're going to scramble the teams once again. So it's going to be Brian Keith Walker and Mark E. White, and it's going to be Big Country and L. Dot. All right, fellas, I'm thinking of a number in my head to determine who goes first. Brian, what number am I thinking about?
I'm going to say 3.
Okay, Mark, what number am I thinking about? Okay, he says 5 with the mic on. That will also get you disqualified. So I'm just giving you a heads up before now. L. Dot, what number am I thinking about?
8.
Okay, Big Country, what number am I thinking about?
1 is the loneliest number that you ever seen.
Okay, the winner is L. Dot with 8 because the number I am thinking of is 9 because it is 97 degrees Fahrenheit out here in Las Vegas, Nevada at 4:43 p.m. So L. Dot and Big Country, are you guys going first or are you guys going second?
Let's do the darn thing.
Let's do it. Let's go ahead and do it. I'm guessing though, because I can't drive and point my nose at the same time.
I got you, baby. I got you. I got
you.
All right. The time is set for 3 minutes. And Michael Anthony Jackson, you are the pitcher, and L. Dot, you are the catcher. Let's go.
So mama can't give you formula, but she pumps what?
Breast milk.
On the nose.
Can I say it?
On the nose.
Oh, yeah, breast milk.
Yeah, breast milk. All right. So they give them these shoes at an early age, and usually they're by who?
Hospital booties?
No. They're usually brown, white, ugly.
Sandals.
No. The shoes.
Kids. What are brown? What are brown and ugly? Did you ever have brown and ugly shoes?
Come on, you can do this one. You can do this one.
I don't know. Wait, brown, ugly, brown, ugly, brown, ugly, brown. Brown. Okay, I need another.
All right. Let's go somewhere else. All right. Yeah. What is it you put on a child? They're 1-2 year old that go swimming. What do you put on them for swim?
You put on the floaties.
The floaties.
Yeah, the floaties. Yeah.
Float. When your child has access to TV, what is the favorite show they watch now?
Coco Melon.
What's the first thing that you do when a child is eating? What do you do?
First thing I do when a child is eating, say prayer, say grace.
No, I wasn't going that deep, brother.
Oh, okay.
You put it on.
Put a bib.
Bib. Yes. They little rugrats.
Yeah. Bib them up.
All right. What is the thing that you put on the thing when they eating, when they drinking? What thing did you put on the thing?
The nipple, the bottle nipple.
The nipple, the bottle nipple. That's right. That's right. That's the thing that you put on the thing when they eating. All right. What kind of formulas are there for babies?
There's Similac, there's Enfamil, there is store-bought.
Come on, there's one more. Similac, Enfamil, there's one more.
What was the breast milk? Yeah, breast milk. But that's not a formula.
Okay, one other thing. Come on, Michael.
Time. You guys got 7 correct in between what I could figure out. So 7 correct. Now the other team is up. Brian Keith Walker Sr., Mark E. White II. The topic is open, but it is under fatherhood. Who's going to be the pitcher? Mark, you're the pitcher. Brian, you're the receiver. 3 minutes on the clock. Let's.
When a baby is first getting his or her teeth, what do you give them?
You give them toothing gel, toothing gel.
Or right. It's in the mouth.
I know it's a toothing gel.
Yeah. What's the
oral gel?
Correct. Okay.
Right. They didn't do that. I don't know if they're gonna get their points, but I'll talk about it later. Go ahead.
Correct.
Right.
All right. We already won because we got one correct.
Right.
Okay. Usually over the top of the baby crib, there we put something over the top.
Oh yeah. That's called a oscillator. It's called oh man, what is it called?
Plays music.
I know what it is. I just gotta think real quick. A carousel? No, it's a.
Okay, it starts with a M.
I know what it is. I just can't think of it. I'm blank.
Okay, we'll go somewhere else.
Go somewhere else.
You were close. Okay, so at night the baby cannot sleep. You sing a
lullaby.
Correct. This is babies, man. My wife did everything. I was one of those guys.
Think of something like that. Whatever. Think of whatever you know. Go by what you know. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Come on, we already won, so yeah, let's have fun.
Yeah, we already won. So let's say what was the worst baby food ever?
Gerber's green beans.
It was orange.
Oh, the worst baby food ever.
You got me earlier on it because you can see better with it.
Oh, carrots.
Correct. Who changes the diaper more?
Mom.
Correct. Yeah, on the back side when you're cleaning up, after you're done cleaning up, what do you put on? There we go.
Time. You guys did a bang up job. Team number 1 would have walked away with the win because they did have 7 to your 5. I think you guys got 5. However, they did not put their finger on their nose and yell correct. So bullying doesn't work.
Y'all need to quit with that. You just said hit the nose.
No, she didn't. You didn't follow instructions, man. You didn't follow instructions.
That was never
said nose and say correct. Now why are we doing it and you ain't doing it?
Foul.
Yeah, you was foul. You was wrong.
We did correct.
Actually,
listen, even the dude that was guessing the question was
guys,
out nose.
You guys can definitely go back and watch the video for the actual official rules. But team number two did take you guys out with the putting their finger on their nose and the correct. So I'm going to give you guys the carte blanche to yell out to the academy and take your bow. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Hey, good job, Mark.
Good job, Brian.
Hey, man, look, as dads, man, it takes time out to listen. Listen to your children, listen to your wife, listen to your significant other. It takes communication.
Yes, it does.
That's all I want to say.
And I'm the last thing, first off, I appreciate everybody was here. L. Dot, you're amazing. Big Country, you're amazing. Brian, over these last few shows you and I've been doing together, man, I learned so much from you, and I do appreciate you. But I just want to say one last thing, man. A kid doesn't care about money. The kid doesn't care about a lot of those, material things. A kid spells its love in time, time. So you got to be there for him. You can't be there when you're incarcerated. You can't be there when you're not. But a kid needs time. That's all that matters to them. They want to look up at the bleachers and see you there. They want to see you, the father, there. Even if you and mom aren't doing right, you go sit on the visitor side. But they'll look up and see you there.
I'd like to say that to piggyback on you, Mark, is that a lot of dads should go to court to get their 50%. Fight for your 50%. Don't be surprised at the child support and the money you're paying out. Go to court and get 50% with your child and see how that goes.
Yep, and be there. That's it.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get 50% to be there.
Yes, sir.
I'd rather see you watching the child than child support.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you guys for playing our game. And thank you, Big Country and L. Dot and company over there. How cute is she? We're so glad she's feeling better. That made our entire episode. You guys are a wonderful foursome, I guess, quadruplet. I don't know what they call you, but you guys have been wonderful today. And we have come to the end of another amazing episode. I hope that we have helped any father tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond. And this is the part where we allow you guys to nominate your father of the week. Out of the four amazing fathers that was on stream with us today, Brian Keith Walker Sr., Mark E. White II, Big Country, and L. Dot. Everybody gets a vote. So let's start with Brian Keith Walker Sr. Who's your dad of the week and why?
I'm going for L. Dot. He got a song talking about his daughter. He had the hospital taking his daughter. Look, he even on the show driving. Look, that's a dad. I remember my children are in college now, so I'm watching him do it. I'm happy. I think it's L. Dot.
Oh, I like it. Mark E. White II, nominate your father of the week.
We can't compete. The guy's at the hospital with his kid. He exemplifies fatherhood. He's doing it. He sings some songs, makes the videos, and he's there in the emergency room. L.
Dot is about to sweep it away. Big Country, do you agree with your fellow fathers, or do we have another vote?
I'm about tired of this chocolate child. That youngin coming here every week with some tear-jerking, heartstring pulling antic to win this crap. Next week, we're going to have a conversation, little brother. Matter of fact, this week, me and you going to meet up. But L. Dot going to be the father of the week. But still, this is going to have to stop, bro.
Oh my gosh, L. Dot. It seems like you did a sweep again. Congratulations, this is your week. But who is your vote for father of the week?
It's definitely Big Country still for me because he gives me that feel to be a parent. I haven't had that, so me having that actual feel and to listen to what he says in his guidance, it helps me in the long run. So I definitely gonna vote for Big Country.
Okay, well, Big Country, you got an honorable mention, but L. Dot, you certainly took it away for the week. So go ahead and give your shout out.
So I can honestly say it's real hard for me to nominate because of the simple fact everybody on this platform has shown me that there are good fathers out there, regardless of what status that they have. So I appreciate each and every guy, every person on this platform. Um, so big country, it wasn't planned for me to go to the ER, but it's kind of one of them things like it should be seen like that because of the simple fact there's not a lot of fathers that would go to that type of risk for their kids. So it's but like I can't think of his name. What Brian said, it's what Mark said actually. It's time. Kids love time. They enjoy the time. They don't care about the money. Money comes and goes. But to see that my kid is actually good and to see that my kids are safe is what matters to me most. So I appreciate the panel. I appreciate the actual movement, the platform for this, so that way fathers can actually have a voice. So just thank you for that. And that's all I got.
Oh my gosh, we appreciate you, L. Dot. Every father on this stream, we can, even I'm a mom and I still relate to your story. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud to say that you're on my show. I might have the one and only unicorn that there is, a young man taking care of his youngins in this day and time. I appreciate all of you guys for stepping forward, stepping out of the shadows, and giving your story to the people who are tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond. So my shout outs go to all of you guys because without you guys, there is no me. Big country, I'm going to let you do what you do so eloquently and lead us out of here. And don't forget, we have our song at the end of the show.
Youngin, you better read the comments. Me and Mark been talking about this. There is no beauty in the world more perfect, more awe-inspiring, and more humane and transfixing than unfiltered, unashamed love. Do what you do, man, every day. Be proud of what you do. Stand tall for what you do. Stand in who you are, your inherent greatness. I love you, man. We'll see you next week. All right?
Love you too, brother. Yeah.
All right. Appreciate you.
Y'all have to do it one at a time. We're going to get it together when I get some better internet. Michael Anthony Jackson, Big Country, you do what you do so eloquently. I appreciate you leading the table this week, last week, and the weeks beyond. Shout out to Brian Keith Walker Sr. I hope that you have found a space and a place where you could come and share your fatherhood journey. Mark E. White, you are always right there, wind beneath my wings. And L. Dot, shout out and congrats to winning Father of the Week and to winning, being at the top of our charts with this song. This is your girl, Brenda Brown, aka the Chocolate Child. We are at the end of another episode of Daddy's Matter 2 Off the Cuff. And this week we were talking about the other side of the coin. So I hope that you guys found something that you could listen to, found something that you can take home, found something to share. It is easy as a button push. And as always, we're going to end the show the same way we started it. As always, guys, until next week, next Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on Facebook Live. And you guys better grab these live episodes while you can, because these will be shuffled off to a world called Roku, where you will have to access your Roku device or your friends, download the UBS and TV app, and search Sauce in the City. Right now, we're kind of spoiling you, but we love you, and we will see you next week. Here we go, Talking to My Daughter by L. Dot.
Hey, Daddy! Daddy! Hey!
Yeah.
It's been a while since we talked, huh? Come and take my hand. She just smiled when we walked up. Had a couple obstacles and trials I couldn't chalk up. So I changed my vision and my vibe when we sparked up. Now trust is not dependent, but it's easier to go through it. Facing all these demons in my life, I had to own to it. Boxing in the canvas, solo, had to show, prove it. Foundation built for it, tough. I would not lose it. Walking in this path, I swear to God, right there was very scary. Had to trust in you. And a son that came from Virgin Mary. If I could turn the hands of time before obituaries, I still would let you go. Cause this world ain't really living clearly. Children getting kidnapped by the second, couldn't witness that. If a kid from Hinton came up missing, then my vision black. The end of that. I never wish to live a scene from Cinemax. Learning how to live in this world different, I'm just getting that. I'm just talking to my daughter now. Yeah. I'm just talking to my daughter now. Yeah. Yeah. I've seen you grown to be a